Good evening. Tonight we're going to discuss about anime and possibly some more anime this year because I haven't really haven't created anything new this year. I've been busy with work and I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, playing video games and such, and I'll admit to that. And I've totally apologize for neglecting this show a lot. I haven't been able to create any content lately. But I will discuss some things about new anime and everything, and especially some news about possible new animes that are happening right now. Lately, there's been some really good news. I know that there's going to be some weird, possibly some good animes in the near future. And right now, I am drinking Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey mixed with Coca Cola. It's in a can. And as you can hear the jingle right now, I'm kind of, a little bit tired right now because I haven't been able to talk to people lately. So there's been a lot of things going on. I'm going to make some honorable mentions for animes this year that possibly were pretty good. And the hype around surrounding them were pretty good this year. I haven't really watched many of the animes, but I did watch thank God I watched Goblin Slayer Season 2. And I will make some honorable mentions to animes that probably do deserve to be watched this year. Especially some I know that most people are not happy about or not too fond of. Because a lot of the things that are going on right now, this has been a little bit of a situation to where people are really not happy with certain animes, and I'm not going to criticize those animes because a lot of people don't realize these animes are very interesting for what they're worth. But as far as I know, this year there was a lot of animes that were on the list that deserve to be honorably mentioned. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of these honorably mentioned animes that just came out. Some of them, I would say, Dead Mount. Let's see if there's any animes that came out in this month of the year that deserve an honorable mention. I know there's been some OVA series, there's been some TV shows. I know Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Season 2 came out this year. I would say Sacrifice Princess and the Beast King was actually pretty interesting. I know most people were kind of disappointed with Castlevania Nocturnum. I know most people were talking about some really good animes, but I know there were some animes that people didn't like. I know that there was also FLC Grunge that came out. I know there was Singularity Noir. I know there was some animes that didn't really do so well. I know there was Classroom for Heroes that came out this year. A lot of people were talking about that one. Let's see. I know that FLCO Grunge was kind of a weird one to go, and Gene AI, the TV series. A lot of people didn't like that one, but it was actually really interesting. There was also the Masterful Cat. Masterful Cat is depressed again today. That was the other one that was funny. I know Eden Zero happened to have a season 2. I don't know, most people were saying it was good or disappointing, but they kind of were glad about it. The girl that forgot her glasses, that was another one I believe got another series and got itself a pretty good start this year. And there was also Liar Liar. A lot of people, I think some people didn't like that one. Hiromi Missing Piece is another one, which a lot of people were talking about. That's what's going on right now. I know most people are talking about this stuff, but I'm just making some honorable mentions. I would say Reborn as a vending machine. I'm going to give that an honorable mention because that was actually a really funny isekai that I thought was funny. Even though it lasted 12 episodes. It was not the best anime. I know most people hated that anime. It was given like a 6 rating, but it was just cheesy. I understand people were kind of upset about this anime because it was in the isekai genre. And because all the vending machine does is just serve food and gives out like items that people need. Like, it basically tries to transform itself to, like, the guy basically inside the machine is trying to tell people, hey, I'm a real person, I'm trying to help you out here. And I think this anime does have potential to be a good series, but I understand there was also the Gridman movie. A lot of people were talking about that. They liked it. There was also... honorable mention, which is Rent a Girlfriend season 3. A lot of people said it was okay. It wasn't like the best, but it was okay. The Saint Celia and Pastor Lawrence was another one. I think that was another one that kind of, and Goodnight World was another one that did okay, but it wasn't really. It was a psychological anime. My Tiny Senpai. I recalled this was a controversial one, which I didn't think it was a bad anime. I understand people were kind of upset about this because it was the controversy surrounding it was a character that was lolly, and the issue that happened was, it was basically a work relationship story. And a lot of people don't realize that, and it was just one of those animes that just popped out of nowhere, that came out, and people literally hated it. I know there were some people that did not like that anime, but it did okay for itself. I know that Attack on Titan final season, which people were like happy about, and there was also and I feel bad. I feel bad for the situation with Aideru anime that came out, and a lot of people really liked this anime for some reason. Let's see, what's the other one? Let's see, Dangers of My Heart was another one. I actually thought it was okay. The guy at first didn't like the girl, but he kind of started to like her a little bit more. And it was a weird anime. But at the same time, I thought it was hilarious. Let's see, what else was there that came out? I know Nier Automata came out this year, even though it came out like last year. They showed a preview of the anime, but it did pretty well for itself, story-wise, even though most people didn't like it. My love story with a Yamada at level 99 was another one. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Akama-kun is another one. Sadly, that one didn't do so well. Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War finally over, and they completed that series. Let's see what else. Misfits Demon King Academy 2, which was the second season that everyone thought okay. And there was also, I will give an honorable mention to Netflix because they did bring out Onimusha. Some people didn't like it, some people didn't. It wasn't really well liked. Let's see what else. There was another anime that came out. It was a movie. I know that they had like the Aideru's anime. They also had Zom 100 Bucket List, which came out this year in January, and it was a pretty good anime. They did make another Honoram, which was like a short anime series, which was supposed to be like an OVA short minute. I didn't really like it. I thought it was gonna be pretty good, but they decided to end it that way on a weird note. There was also I forgot to mention FLCL Showgaze, which came out this year, and it didn't really do so well. They only had like 3 episodes of that. It was like an OVA, which I thought was okay. It wasn't the best because a lot of people were disappointed with it. And there was also Gundam Metaverse. Gundam Metaverse came out. I know most people were kind of like surprised by that. And according to the sources, some people gave it like an average score of 6. It wasn't like the best anime ever, but there was also The Devil as a Part-Time, which came out like a long time ago, which was the part 2 season that they were hoping for. The Devil is a part-time. It was kind of funny. Which I think it's kind of funny because it's actually an okay series. I Am Actually the Strongest, which I thought was kind of funny, but sadly was an isekai that didn't get much love because of the relationships that he had with certain women, especially the young ones. That was the issue that people had with that one. Girlfriend Season 2 is another one. Vexation of the Shut-In Vampire Princess. That one came out this year. People liked it. Pokemon Horizon series. A lot of people were kind of surprised, though. Rise of the Shield Hero. Some people said it was okay. Some people said it wasn't the best. Let's see. Goblin Slayer. I would say it was okay. Season 2 of it was okay. Firion Beyond the Journey. I did watch a couple episodes of it. I find it very good. I just don't get why people would get worked up on a character that's young and is an elf. Like, they don't seem to tell the difference between reality and fiction very well. Because I understand that some people kind of take this serious approach to anime, and they kind of go beyond that, saying it's real. It's kind of the whole Superman syndrome of believing that Superman's real. Because I do recall an incident where a kid believed that. It was kind of weird though. It was like a weird. Okay, so this is a OVA or a movie. Feast of Emerite. That's a screwed up anime. Let me see what else they had. I know that they had several My Hero Academia movies, and one of them happened to be that one, My Hero Academia Battle Heroes. I know that Arc Knights was trying to go into the anime push to market their game. And I thought it was kind of interesting. Realm Masquer. What else do they have? I'm going to have to go ahead and do something here because I'm not really sure what to do. I'm just looking at some anime stuff on the list. I'm in love with the Villainous. Deadmount Party, I would say it's okay. Shangri-La Frontier, pretty good. MS Ghost, I think it's pretty good. Like, I didn't have a problem with it. I know there was several other animes, like Berserker Gluttony deserved an honorable mention. I know Captain Tsubosai is another one that, even though it's an old anime, they try to go back into the youth arc of him playing. Oops, sorry. Let's see. Idol Master Million Live, which a lot of people like. Batobra, Story of the Man Turned into a Pig. Protocol Rain. My New Boss is Goofy. And let's see what else. Apicuri Diaries. Let's see what else. I heard some people really like this anime. For the Fairway Paladin, I believe they had the Fairway Paladin, the Lord of the Rust Mountains. They said that was a pretty good one. And the Rasengan Crimson, I gotta say that was actually a pretty good anime so far for what it's worth. I definitely recommend checking that out. Psychopath's Providence was their movie of the year. I'm pretty sure of it, and I'm pretty sure Under Ninja was another one that's pretty good. Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. From what I heard, people like it. Haven't watched it yet, but I might watch it. Surprisingly, people still watch Rurouni Kenshin, despite the fact that it's been a long time, and they decided to do a remix version of this anime. I gotta say, pretty interesting though. And there's also another anime by I heard that some people were kind of not happy with this anime. It was Kimura Ibra God App, which they were trying to create something out of it. And let me see what else. 16-bit Sensation, another layer. Kind of weird though. So let's see, what else do we do? Usama Pretty Derby Season 2. Let's see what else. Kazumi no Ade. Let me see, what else do they have? Yeah, because I'm just looking at the list right now. Shy, I would say, was a pretty good one. Tokyo Revengers Season 2, Part 2. They're going at it with this stuff. Miji and Dali. That's funny. Yeah, it's a weird show. So, pretty much, there are some animes that deserve some honorable mentions. I would say Run for the Money, The Great Mission was kind of... it was interesting. And there's also Dark Gathering, which is the other one. I know Family Circumstances of a Regular Witch, the other one that people were saying was pretty good. I Shall Survive Using Potions. Yeah, because I'm just giving out honorable mentions. So that's pretty much what's going on. Yeah, because this is kind of the year in review of animes that are like, I know Classroom Heroes was another one. I know Singularity Straight, Synduality Nor was actually another one. And I know that Genshin Impact did try to make an anime that people wanted to watch. I thought it was kind of funny. I know that they try to bring back Seven Deadly Sins. Like they try to make like these arcs. Bastard actually was pretty good. The Hell's Requiem arc, which a lot of people were kind of disappointed in the first season. I knew that the first season. And Oshinoko is another anime that deserves honorable mention because of its storytelling. And I'm surprised that the guy hasn't done anything about it. I know most people were talking about Biohazard Death Island was another one, but that was a 3D animated movie. Gundam Witch from Mercury. Yes, I'm going to give that an honorable mention because I know that the controversy surrounding that one was pretty good. Let's see. Hell's Paradise was a good one. And I'm giving that on the list here. I'm just putting this on the list. and I would say it's pretty good. Record of Ragnarok. I know that a lot of people were kind of disappointed with first season, but they could not give up watching that one. Legend of the Hero is Dead. It was okay, but I couldn't feel it. I couldn't really feel it. A Galaxy Next Door. I know that this was basically an interesting story. He accidentally fell in love with a girl that's an alien. That's basically what the whole premise surrounding that one was, and I thought it was pretty interesting. It's a really oddball story. It's kind of like she's like Doctor Who. It's the girl next. It's basically the alien next door story. Let me see, what else do they have? Konosuba Exploration of the Wonderful World. I know that's another good one. Inspector was another one that came out. The Aristocratic Otherworldly Adventures. Let me see. I know most people were kind of they all, you know how Fate fans were. Fate Strange Fake, Whispers of Dawn. Some people liked it, that one. Margaret Service. No, that's not a good one. But I will give Rokudo's Bad Girls, if I pronounce it right. That's actually a really good anime. And Birdie Wing Golf Story Season 2. That one deserves an honorable mention. And I know Otaku Elf was a funny one that was strange too. But anyways, that's pretty much what's going on right now. I haven't really been talking much about anime. I've been busy with work. I've been busy with a lot of things. I might as well stick to the content that I'm in. I'm gonna probably next year think about what I want to do. I'm working on an idea for an RPG that's based on the concept of a guy created this RPG called Deathbringer. You don't need feats. You don't need. It's just the you pick and choose when you level. He kind of did the whole 5th edition thing, and I was like looking at researching this whole thing, and the ideas I came up with was kind of interesting because I did like his concept of if his I think his idea for Deathbringer was kind of interesting. Was that if you kill a monster, you get a corruption point, and once you become that, once you go over that point, you become a monster. Instead of doing that, I kind of thought about making this, and I kind of wrote down, even though my initial concept of what I wanted to do with this RPG, I thought I wrote it down on a spreadsheet. Not really, just on a word processor, which I'll go ahead and show you guys because this is kind of interesting. Now, I know this is retarded because I wanted to make this, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I did because this is what I ended up with. Because I'm just trying to do this idea of it's a 5e fighter, rogue rules. Basically, those are the classes that I would recommend trying. There's no clerics. There's nothing. You're basically this is the idea that I'm gonna try to do because I wrote down what I was trying to do. Because this is just a fan-made RPG project that I'm trying to do. I'm not gonna because I need to check out Deathbringer, because the toolkit idea to use the corruption system and turning a person into a monster, instead of the limit of 10, it would be the limit of 20, and it resets periods of one or more. I could use the madness system from Call of Cthulhu, using the morale check when fighting monsters. If they lose on a check, either deduct yokai points or corruption, depending on the rules on what I'm trying to do. Because the way I'm going to do it, because I actually sourced it other RPGs that were fan made. I wanted to try something different, because it was kind of the idea of if they fail, they become a monster. They become awakened, because that's what they're called. And the way I did it was, if you start out with 4 points, and I'm just doing a point system for what abilities you're going to use in the game. It's similar to the psionic point system, but I'm going to have to lower it a little bit to balance it out. Because I remember the psionic spellcasting system was a point system back in 3rd edition. And the way I wanted to design it was kind of weird. And I wanted to design it for the fun of it, because it's not like something I want to do for fun, but this is what I'm trying to attempt to do. As far as I know, lately that's what I'm coming up with in 2023. Because the idea of it is to basically say, okay, I need to check out Dungeon Bringer, because this is kind of like notes and ideas that I need to come up with for the design of the game. The way I'm going to share it with everybody right now is, let's see, because this is kind of what I typed out. I'm still working on it as I see it. Because I understand that some people were saying I need to check out Deathbringer Toolkit, because this is the RPG that I'm talking about. Even though it's like 4 pages, it's basically just a toolkit idea. It gives you like a, because the guy explains what Deathbringer is. And I wanted to try to see if I could use it, but I gotta buy it first and look up the rules for it. And because he said that this was 5e hardcore mode, the same mechanics as 5e hardcore mode. Con bonus doesn't count. Grim scrolls will roll to cast, possibly to bad things happening. There's no non-human races. It's just humans, but you're gonna be going up against real you're gonna go up against giant or monstrous creatures, because this is the Claymore universe. The idea behind it is, like, if you watch Claymore, there's no wizards, there's no monks, there's no barbarians. There's possibly is, but I might just use the women thing, because the reason why, according to the story with Claymore, is that men tend to turn when they awaken from the with the yokai powers and everything. Once they use their powers, they they become out of control and they become monsters, and that's what caused a lot of the situation. So I'm gonna have to retype it and call it the Awakening Points, or Corruption Awakening. And make it, even though it's stupid, I'm just, because I got like so many weird ass ideas in my head. Yeah, Awakening. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm going to have to try to type in everything and just make sure I did it right. Because it's like, yeah, that's what I need to do. Because I'm just out of it today. This is not really, it's just a fan-made RPG. I know there are people that can make better fan-made RPGs than this, but I'm just trying to, I might just do this and see what happens, because the idea behind Claymores to use, like, because you have to understand, they had no healing except for regenerating. And that's kind of the thing that Claymore had in the series, and they had to use, the only way to defeat the demons was to was with sentinels that were called Claymores, that basically were a group of women that were blonde hair women that basically were maidens of fighting against demons. They weren't allowed to kill human beings, even if they did something wrong. The way I see it, a lot of people don't realize that the anime itself is a pretty good series. I actually have it on Blu-ray. I have like both Volume 1 and Volume 2. And it was a collector's edition that they released a long time ago. And I really loved that anime. But sadly, it ended in a cliffhanger where it ended to where they just... because apparently the creator of the manga was on hiatus and decided to not continue with the story and wanted to do something else, which was understandable. Because after doing that manga for a long time, I can understand. It's a great story to read, but it tells a really good story. So as far as I know, this anime, but I'm gonna use the yokai the way it works. Let's say if I wanted to use, because the way I say it was yokai abilities. Yokai abilities enhances your character's skills, attacks, defense, self-healing abilities like regeneration. Yokai abilities list will be inspired by fan-made RPGs, which that's the intention. I had to use the sources of it, and that was kind of the idea of it. I know that there is a fan base that wants to create this ultimate RPG, but I need to. I probably have to look up Deathbringer and also Call of the Cthulhu system, because of, I know there's like an enraged ability that they usually have, but they can't control their emotions, because that's the whole point of the anime itself. It was like a really dark fantasy anime that kind of surprised you. Anyways, I'm gonna be right back. I just gotta go use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Yeah, sorry if I'm kind of lost track here. I was just taking care of something. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? I haven't been able to be active lately this year, but the review on anime has been really interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and discuss some stuff, possibly something new. I don't know. Hopefully, we're expecting some new animes to come out this year, and I'm gonna have to probably bring up some of the stuff that's happening in the anime news world. Because right now, I know Kaiju number 8 which is based on a manga. I did read the manga. I actually bought it at Walmart one time, and lately they've been putting out some mangas for English readers. Even though this anime is actually putting out. Okay, so I'm just looking at the news right now because I'm thinking about watching this anime. Because I actually did read the manga. Basically, it's about a working class guy who had a dream, but unfortunately he couldn't get that dream because of what happened to him. But one day he became a monster. Something transformed him into a monster, and he became a kaiju monster, which he can actually control his ability of transforming into a giant monster, which surprisingly is an interesting anime because he's not trying to hurt anybody, and I'm surprised that Rino Akakawa and Mina Oshiro is gonna be in that anime. And IG Productions and Studio Car are gonna probably be working on this project, which is interesting. And I'll probably watch this anime because I did read the manga. I thought it was a pretty good story. Even though the girl is pretty young looking, but she is a pretty good character because the guy's an adult who's trying to because they're both trying to fight monsters, and he always wanted to get into the organization that the girl was working in, but lost that chance. And he became Kaiju number 8 by accident because the monster went inside him and took over, but on friendly terms. They weren't really at first, but of course this anime is pretty good. I would probably watch this anime. I hope it's a pretty good anime because I did read the manga. It's pretty good. So right now, okay, so Rurouni Kenshin's getting another season by the looks of it next year, and of course the film industry is going to go into the whole situation with piracy. They're probably going to consider doing site blocking, which I don't support. But unfortunately, this is becoming a situation to where they're going to do that. So that you can't gain access to anime so that they can make money off of selling you crappy ass movies that are censored. That's kind of what I hate about it. Deer and Werewolf, the anime. So now we're going to get a furry adaptation. I have a feeling we're going to have a furry adaptation. Okay. So, Vampire Dormitory. I might watch that one for next year because this is freaking hilarious. It reminds me too much like Vampire Night. If you ever watched it, Vampire Night, it's the same deal. But this is the story. I want to become your thrall. The cross-dressing girl and doting vampire dangerous collaboration has begun. After losing her parents, yeah, this is kind of like Vampire Knight plotline. So they're just doing another version of it. I thought it's funny. Mito had left all alone in the world. She was kicked out of the restaurant where she works and no money and no place to live. She takes in by Rukia, a vampire, in exchange for giving Rukia her blood as his food. She ends up living with him in a boys' dorm full of beautiful boys with unique personalities. So this is basically this is a Bishoujo anime, ladies and gentlemen. So this is kind of what I'm excited for next year. I don't mind Bishoujos. I thought they're pretty funny. Bishoujo stories are not bad, so it's not like I've seen them all. But yeah, this is pretty much what you're going to expect from an anime like this, guys. I might watch this anime next. Because the season of anime is coming out. I know Kotaro Tanjo. I knew a guy that told me about this anime. This is a very old anime that came out a long time ago. It's basically a really interesting story. It's the latest Genji Kotaro anime, which is a very old anime that's been around since the 50s, since 60 through the 60s. Definitely something of a story behind it. It centers on a human boy who straddles in the line between human and supernatural world. He basically goes in between. He's like undead next minute or monster in another. Like it's a really bizarre story, but it's a really good one from what I heard from a friend of mine. So they're making a remake of this. Okay, yeah, Undead Unlucky deserves an honorable mention for this year. And there's also the fact that E3 is canceled. They will no longer be doing E3, which is kind of sad. Rascals Does Not Dream and a Knapsack Kid film streams final promo. Let's see. Bookwalker Global Store unveils rankings. Wow. And oh yeah, this is what Shaman King Flower, which is going to be the next series that is coming out. I'm hoping for that to come in. Studio apartment, good lighting, Angel included. Anime reveals more cast for next year. That I'm hoping for. So they're making another Romance of the Three Kingdoms remake. Gameplay delayed. Oh, that sucks. Okay, Kazumi Takayama's Trapezumi novel gets an anime adaptation. So, let's see, what is Trapezumi? Trapezumi, let's see. It's a novel that depicts a 10-year-old girl who aims to be an idol. Yu Hakashi, a high school girl who aims to be an idol, to achieve her dreams. But she sets forth on rules for herself. She will not be active on social media. She will not have a boyfriend. She will not stand out in school. She will make friends with beautiful girls from the north and south and east and west. And playing protagonist is Yu Hakashi. Asaki Yukikawa. Sorry. I'm looking at this anime and I'm just like, this is going to be the new year of animes that are coming out this year, and I'm looking at some of the stuff that's on the list. So I'm going to look at the new animes that are coming out this year. Because I know that there is Metallic Rogue, which I'm thinking of watching because I'm into the cyberpunk stuff, and that anime is very cyberpunkish in a way, but at the same time, it's a very strange anime, and I'm gonna look at it for a moment, but I can't because due to copyright reasons. I know Fuji television does not like me watching this stuff, and I know Studio Bones as well, because it would. But the thing is, it drums up a little bit of interest to the anime community to see. Because I want to see Metallic Rogue, because it's kind of like let's put it this way, it's like, how do I explain this anime? It's basically like this. It's like Techie Man Blade. That's kind of what it is. But the girl's like a robot. And she fights other people that are similar to her. And it's a really interesting, like, you can see the project that they're not holding back on this anime, because it's going to come out next year. This is the anime that that's coming out for next year, which I'm thinking of watching. There's also, let's see, Buchi Girl, which I have not seen. Buchi Girl is an upcoming Japanese anime television series by Studio Mappa, which I would watch Mappa animes because but I found out that Mappa contracts their work, and lately they've been apparently one of their staff members got upset with them, because during the whole pandemic that happened in Japan, even in around the world, they were put to a lot of work and a lot of responsibility over the past years. And yeah, it was pretty bad. And even though Studio Mappa, I might look into it because it's probably interesting to watch. It's coming out in 2024, so I'll watch it. Because I never understood what Buchi Girl is, but Buchi Girl is an up-and-coming anime written by Totsuko Kosino and Muchi Osama, which, yeah. So what's the storyline behind this one? And they don't mention the story. They just mention, oh, it's a badass anime. Let me look it up so I can, because I'm gonna look at the whatchamacallit thing. Sorry about that. I'm just looking at it. I can't play the background music on this. Studio Mappa. The series becoming a hooky. Buchi Girl. Oh, Buchigiri. That's what it is. Buchigiri. Sorry. Okay, that's what it's all about. Okay. Buchigiri. It's like the weirdest Bishonen anime ever. I would say yes. I would watch it. Buchigiri. Oh yeah, they are planning to release a Lord of the Rings anime, which they have not put out the I thought they were gonna put out an anime, but I guess they decided not to. Because the Lord of the Rings, which is basically making let's see, Pon no Michi, Way of the Pun, as an original series animated by OML, originally with features, directions, and composed by original characters. Let's see, Suicide Squad. I might watch it because I thought it was kind of funny. Because it's basically freaking hilarious. Basically, Suicide Squad. They all died and went into an isekai, which I thought it was funny. Like, now they're doing Black Butler Public School Art, which is another one that they're gonna do. Might watch that one. I know everyone's gonna watch Black Butler because God knows that one's another one. Bartender Glass God was another one. High Speed El Toy. I might consider watching that because I did see the trailer for it. It is like 2D/3D animation, but I might watch it. I know that they brought out Dragon Ball Z Dama, which is like, I think they're trying to do the whole bizarre comedy take on Dragon Ball Z, but you can see right here that that's what they're trying to do. And Dama is kind of like the super cutesy comedy type of anime that they're trying to do. Doraemon. Oh yeah, the creator of Doraemon passed away, I believe. And yeah. So this is their kind of like Earth Symphony movie that they're going to create, which a lot of people are talking about. Mobile Suit Gundam Freedom, which I might watch because I did watch Gundam Seed before, and even the other sequel. Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night. Might watch that one because that one's actually probably interesting. Puka Magica Madoka Magica movie is going to be... They're at it again with another sequel. It never ends. Like, they keep making another sequel after another sequel after another sequel. Like, they constantly make this sequel and it never stops. They keep making more of them. Like, it's tormenting me. I know there's fans that like that stuff. Let me see. The Demon Prince, Mochi's House. Okay, Dr. Elsie and the Royal Lady with the Lamp. Might watch that one. I heard about this anime project that they're doing, the Big Bang Brazen. I might watch it because I heard a little bit about it. It's not really... I know this is Psy Games project, but it's also by Misaba Ora, which he does the mecha designs for it, and he's well known in the industry. But right now, Psy Games decided to become their own little project, which I'm hoping it would bring back anime. What is this one? Gresendizer U, which I know that there are some Gresendizer fans out there in the United Arab Republic, which this was the fuss that they were talking about. I heard about this, and they're thinking about making a 2004 version, and I didn't hear about it until I found out. I know there's some fans that watch this in other countries, so it's a pretty... Grendizer was kind of a strange anime for itself. It's like a super giant robot anime, which is interesting. But I might watch it because Yeah, because I might watch it, the preview of Jellyfish Can't Swim. Yeah, because it is kind of weird that they would do this. And you can tell, like, they basically filmed it. They did a lot of stuff with it. They did a lot of things with it. It's sort of what it is. So yeah, this is what they're trying to do. Yeah, because this is kind of their preview of it, so it's going to come out in 2024. So hopefully next year this is going to be interesting because I would watch this just to see how art housey it is. I might watch Goblin Slayer Another Adventure, Nightmare Feast video game reveals. This is what I'm probably expecting. I hope this game is good. If it's going to be like one of those phone app games, I'm going to be mad. So it's going to be coming out on Nintendo Switch and Steam. Pre-order by October. Because a lot of people like Goblin Slayer for what it's worth. But as far as I know, that's pretty much what we're expecting. So they got another season of Banished from the Heroes Party season 2. I heard about this anime. I actually think I watched a few episodes of it. It was actually pretty okay. Jesus, there's a lot of animes that are coming out this year, and especially new seasons, and it never stops. Like they never stop, and they keep going with it. Like I'm surprised. Like they are working on a lot of projects. It's like you'd be surprised. As far as I know, this is pretty much what I know, guys. As far as I know, I would say to ask people about this. What is your best anime this year? Leave it down below and tell me what you guys think. Because not next year, but this year. Tell us what you guys think. It was your best anime in 2003, in 2023. Sorry, in 2000. Sorry if I mixed the two together. Anyways, you guys take care. Be sure to leave a comment down below and tell me what your year of the best anime year. So you guys take care. I'm gonna get off. I haven't really been on and on, but I'll catch you guys later. Because I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Because I'm gonna go ahead and log off and go to bed. Because I drank like a Jack Daniel and I'm already tired. Anyways, you guys take care. I'm gonna go play some video games or something. You guys have fun. Take care. Bye bye. Because I'm gonna go.